Welcome back, everybody. Group 3 Bletchingly Stakes Day. A couple of very difficult races on this card. I'll be happy with 3-4 winners. I mean, I'm confident on 2 that'll just get over the line, but in terms of the others, I'll have to see. But let's get into it. Race 1, Caulfield, is the Senate Gambling Law Experts handicap over the 1200 metres, and I'm with Cherish Me on top. I think this horse is extremely hard to beat for Willow and Kieran Ma. Willow's won the last couple, the first race on the last couple of Saturday cards, and I think he can do it again here. I think this horse is hard to beat. Won the Geelong Diamond impressively, second start in the Diamond, coming back, tried like jumped out like a bomb leading into this. I think can win it. They Dancer, clearly the only danger in this race. Blake Shin for Peter Moody, Kath Coleman. One start in the 2-year-old race, Magic Millions race down in Adelaide. As well, jumping out very well. I just think that Cherish Me's had on exposed form, her form's better. So happy to go Cherish Me. Thanks Gorgeous in for third. Likely leads the field, and Maiwa I think could run well. But Cherish Me for mine in the first. Willow to get the job done again. Race number 2 at Caulfield is the Catnars Jewelers, benchmark 78 over the 1100 metres, and I am with Gala Queen. Just simply looks the class of this field, and I'm going to back that to get her home. Philip Stokes trains Joe Bowditch to ride, 56.5 kilos, barrier 3. I think at the 550 it's a great price, considering it's a very open race, and you can pick holes in the form of the favourite in Verdot, considering he's only had 2 wins from 5 starts, and though having those other 3 starts running second, and should be going forward. I think Gala Queen, listed winner, excuses when it's got beat from either not having any luck or not running out the trip. I just think this horse is a very, very good horse, and I think it will prove hard to beat here. Papa Ward in for second. Matt Cartwright on for his family. 55 kilos. Was a real find in the early part of the year. Blake Shin jumps off, though. That's the only concern, though. Israel can win. Verdot, Blake Shin must be confident to ride this horse over Papa Ward, and Shinkwi should be going forward from the wide draw and be in it for a long way. But I'm with Gala Queen, too classy in race 2 in my opinion. Race number 3 at Caulfield is the Vobis Gold Stayers over the 2,400 metres, and this won't take long at all. Jimmy the Bear on top, quite confident he'll bolt in this. I'm not going to say he's the best bet of the day. No, I'm going to say it. He is the best bet of the day. $1.60, take the price. He could easily start at $1.45. I'm very confident on this horse. He only has to run the trip to be absolutely trotting in, I think, to be honest. It was a query over the 2,000 metres 2 weeks ago, or when he last ran, and he absolutely thrashed the very similar field, and most of his competition coming out of that race, and I think he has Pounding covered, who has been backed to be his main danger, and he is, Pounding in terms of the rest of the field has the class edge on them, but Jimmy the Bear has about 5 lengths on Pounding, so I think Jimmy's just the one to beat. Farrago, best 2,400 metre horse in the race, but got the win last up. It was his first in a very long time, and he has been disappointing on a couple of occasions, and Chihuly I thought could run well in for 4th, but Jimmy the Bear for mine. It's his to lose. Race number 4 at Caulfield is the MRC Chairman's Club handicap over the 2,400 metres. While I think the Pains will win the prior 2,400 metres, they've got a good chance here and stop the rock, but I personally could not go past. And good draw, Ben Mallam, Chris Waller should have won last start. He's suited to the 2,400 metre distance. I think he's all over a winner here. He was in a photo with Chocolates last start, and probably should have got the win, though I'm happy Chocolates won because I tipped it. But yeah, couldn't go past and here with the weight it gets off Stop the Rock. I think it's hard to beat. Stop the Rock obviously can run well and potentially win this. 58 kilos after the claim for Tom Preble. Barrier 14 was the other thing that put me off. He's going to get a long way back where Ant's drawn 5. So again, Ant on top. So Suave in for third. Jamie Malamon for Chris Waller. I think can run well, only having had the 5 starts, absolutely bolting in at Doomben last start, and frontline action comes out of the race behind Stop the Rock last start and can run well. But Ant for mine in race 4, I think he'll be too classy and he's the better of the 2 Chris Waller runners. Race number 5 at Caulfield is the Sportsbet Feed handicap over the 1,200 metres, and to be honest, I have absolutely no idea for this race. I'm going with Bossy Bonito. I thought the first up win was impressive. Proven city class horse, no weight. Craig Williams, wide draw, goes forward. and I think could steal it here. I just think that this horse is hard to beat considering it's proven at this level. No weight. Craig Williams is a very good price in my opinion at $4.40. I think he can be winning this. Salsa Fellow looks the class of the race considering I think Scampy's probably going to go to the Lightning in Adelaide. Blake Shin on 58 kilos, barrier 3 can run well. Willow against Shin again. Noitzi I thought could run well for Philip Stokes. Joe Bowditch. Questioning the Adelaide form, but absolutely bolted in last start. No weight and has a pretty good draw. And Electric Tommy, absolutely bolting in its recent 2 on the provincials. Gets no weight here, but the wide draw. Though the Freedman team wouldn't be bringing it to town if they weren't confident. So can run well. Like I said, nightmare race. Bossy Benita my tip. Race number 6 at Caulfield is the Tobin Brothers Celebrating Lives handicap over the 1100 metres. And don't judge me when I say this. I'm gonna tip Supercilious. I think wide draw, speed on to burn, Mystic Rain going forward, Manolo Bling going forward, Madame Maserati can be up there, Shadowbar goes forward, Sunsetting goes forward, Delicate Lady goes forward, Keeney can be up on speed. There's a lot of speed in this race. Barrier 15, Shin can just bring the horse back, sit in behind, let the speed go, blink his first time, sort of finished right beside Savagery Vibe last start. Savagery Vibe's under $5 and Supercilious is 11. That doesn't look right to mine. 57 kilos here. I think it's a winnable weight. Blink is on. Shin on again. He won its maiden on this horse, and I think can go again. I think he can get its second race victory on this horse. And at its best, we know that this horse is stakes place, which is a margin above what the rest of these can do. Mystic Rain, I think, is the best horse in the race, but first up, I'm a little bit of a questioning it from the wide draw, considering it is going to be joined on speed by a lot of speedsters. But though it can run well, Delicate Lady comes out of it winning its maiden last start and now gets the lightweight. Though maidens contested were impressive, and Manolo Bling, we know what it does, goes forward and can run well, but won't get its own way in front and was disappointing last start. Supercilious for mine, race 6. Hopefully Shin can boo home another one. Race number 7 at Caulfield is the Stowe Storage Solutions benchmark 100 over the 1600 metres. Now, most of these horses are looking for retirement or the paddock for their future life. Now, there's one horse I like here, and I'm actually very, very confident in. Yes, it is Berkeley Square, the top weight, 60 kilos. I know what you're going to say. A lot of these horses have got lighter weights and have better chances. But to be honest, of the class horses in this field, I just think that this horse, he had a long time off prior to his last run, and that last run was over 1400, so he really couldn't get a gauge. Prior to that, his prior campaign, he was very consistent. He won the Ballarat Cup. He beat Earlswood by by about 3 lengths that day, coming from behind it. So that takes care of Earlswood. Had no luck behind Detonator Jack, Munamak, and Forgot You last start, where they had all had a run. It was his first up run. Good draw, great second up record. Jayla Kennedy aboard. I think Dan O'Sullivan can get this one home. I think she and Dan O'Sullivan can get this one home at $14, considering Earlswood's $5 and Berkeley Square beat it by a comfortable margin in the Ballarat Cup. I think that's wrong. So happy to be with Berkeley Square. New look in for second. This horse honestly could be anything. Coming over from France, no weight. Trent Busson, Natalie Young, Jamie Carr, outside draw is the better of the 2 chances they bring to the race. Earlswood already mentioned. Racing well, doesn't deserve to be favourite, but does have the Sadati form, and Regal Val, no weight, dropping significantly in weight in for 4th. But Berkeley Square for mine, race 7, I think it's the winner. Race number 8 at Caulfield is the Group 3 Bletchingly Stakes over the 1200 metres, and I am with the one I know will win it, Barrakill. This is a Group 1 sprinter in the making. He's a very, very good horse. The jump outs have said everything. He's jumped out like an absolute bomb leading into this. Ben Allen aboard. He's got such a great rapport with this horse. He's the only horse that, to be honest, he's, in my opinion, the likely winner. He just brings so much class to this race. He beat Mornington Glory. He's beaten War Machine. His form will be Frank Pryor within beating War Machine when Jimmy the Bear wins. So I just think Barrakill all over a winner here. Very confident, and I'm happy to be on. New York Luster gets obviously the 2 kilos off from being a mare in the race and comes out of the John Monash Stakes and can run well here. Great place bet. Bridal Rods won the Creswick, beating She's an Artist, so that has to be considered here. And Recommendation, the winner of the race last year, he isn't anywhere near as good as as he was last year. But having said that, he did run very well last start in the Monash, so he could improve, but not enough to beat the superstar in Barrackeel. Race number 9, a closeout Bletchingly Stakes Day, is a benchmark 84 Sportsbet more places over the 1400 metres, and I am with True to Form. I think that marking the favourite can keep your cool. Narrowly went down to him last start. They carried equal weights. True to Form now gets 5 kilos on Keep Your Cool. While I concede that Craig Williams takes over from Luke Cartwright, the apprentice, and Keep Your Cool gets a senior jockey, they were basically in the same spot. Keep Your Cool had every chance last start. 5 kilo weight turnaround in True to Form's favour. It was enough to sway me his way. And he ran consistently over the 1400 metres or 1300 metre mark last preparation in Sydney. He had 2 1200 metres runs. First time 1400. It took all his effort bar home rule to beat him, and that horse set up on speed and gets a significant weight pull on that horse as well. So I think it's $8 is a very good price for True to Form. Keep Your Cool obviously comes out of that race as well. I think that race will provide the winner here. Sassy Boom likely goes forward and can run well for Blake Shin taking the reins. And Pariah Pearl up for a long time, though, again has no weight and should have won last start, but does again have the wide draw. But True to Form for mine, the 5.5 kilo weight difference between him and Keep Your Cool was enough to sway me. And $8, that helped. Thank you everyone for watching my preview for Group 3 Bletchingly Stakes Day. I hope you've enjoyed it. A couple of hard races to get the form done for, but I hope that they will pay dividends and hopefully a couple of them can win. I've got a couple of nice prizes. Hopefully Jimmy and Barrackeel get over the line as well. Those are the two I'm most confident on. I'll see everybody for the Ori Star next Saturday.